This is a quick tour of my final piece for the digital drawing thing. So this is a picture of Penglis Woods. I think it might even be from last year, but anyway, it's early May wood stuff. Anyway, and I built this up in layers as follows. I've got sky in the background, and then I've got a kind of big messy ground and bushes, and then I've got foreground trees, and then nearer trees, and then I've got this bluebell field that comes in, beech tree, there's bluebell field at the front, there's the path, and there's the stump, and there's a bit of bluebells in front of things to give the path a bit more structure, and there's a foreground bluebell which I'm not quite sure what to do with. And this is kind of lots of different brush strokes and layers and palettes and stuff come together in Krita, and I've got a short video in now some of the details, but this is a first draft. I'll show you the first draft. Maybe change before I submit it, maybe it won't. I think this bluebell in the front is perhaps a bit much, and there might be just a bit much going on with this. So this is showing different brush types on a palette. So this is the bit of bluebell woods, and I'm doing it in different layers. So this is going to be bluebell field C. It's going to be D. It's a front one, and I've got a brush shape which does kind of like, oh, wrong colour. Control Z. Like a kind of like bits of grass, really. Anyway, I've got a palette which has got different greens and some blues of the bluebells, and I'm building this up in layers of the same palette. So I've got I just do the bluebells on this one. I'm using this brush for the bluebells. So I do some dark grey bluebell things over here in the shadow areas. So that just gives me some bluebell tips. Over there, a couple in the bright bit, and then over here. Now then some purpley, more bluebelly colours. Didn't change. Try that again. So you can see I've got a palette up there. See, different brushes and palette. Watch me hit the learning objectives. There's a bit of lilac. I'm not going to show you this for all of the layers, obviously, because it would be really boring. But so around with some trees in the background now, and this is just another little drop-in video. What I'm using is this brush which starts off like, if you put a lot of pressure on it, it's a kind of like a spray thing, and then as you release the pressure on the tablet, to a point. It's kind of a cool effect. It's kind of hard to control, but I'm enjoying it, and it kind of gives me a means of doing like complicated branching things. And as you go finer and finer and finer, the line goes finer as you release the pressure on the brush. So it's all one thing, and you can do little gentle things in the corner there, tickling your tree branches, as it were. Anyway, I'm not sure this is going to look particularly great, but it's background, so that's fine, right? So I'm doing. So here's the final version. So I've done some changes from the one that you've just seen. And this has some bluebells in the foreground. So there's a bluebell here, which is a bit bigger, making it more obvious that the bluebells. And I've done a lot more detail on the trunk here, and a bit more on the beech tree. It's a bit scrappy, but that's what we do for now. And what I've also done is I've done a kind of atmospheric effect. So there's some layers in the layers. Which are misty. So I've got mist and a copy of mist and so on. And mist is like a gradient from white up to transparent. So let's take the layers out. So bluebell field E, is the front bluebells. Take them out, and then I got the foreground bluebells, stump, path, bluebell for D, and then the beech tree. It's actually foreground, and then it's kind of more atmospheric because I've got C, which is unmisted, and then there's mist, which makes it paler. There's B, there's more mist, and then there's B, there's more mist. The trees, and the trees, and the mist, and then the ground, and then the sky, and then that's that. So, putting them back in, if I put them all in apart from the mist, you'll get to see the effect there. So, beech tree, bluebell for D, path, stump, foreground. Right, so that's it all without the mist, and it looks kind of bright and messy. So if I drop the mist in, what it does is it kind of has the effect of pushing the background further into the background, basically, and it gives you much more atmospheric. And there you have it. That's the picture that I'm submitting for my assignment. Oh, hang on, I forgot the sky. Put the sky in. There you go. Tidy. There you have it. That is my final assignment for digital drawing in video form.